Hi scientists, we have been learning about energy in ecosystems. We know that energy stored in food was once energy from the sun. We know that plants get what they need to grow mainly from air and water. And we know that decomposers break down dead or decaying matter and recycle the nutrients into the soil. At the beginning of our unit, we learned about a place in Arizona called Biosphere 2. And it was an experiment to see if people could live in there for 2 years with nothing going in and nothing coming out. You created a biosphere model. You should have your model with you. And today you are going to make changes to your model to show what you've learned so far in our unit. You might need to erase things, you might need to take things off of your model, or you might need to add to your model. In the end, your model is going to show me your learning. So I want you to make sure that you're taking time and making changes and following the directions so that it's that I know and you can show me your learning. So if we follow the directions here on this step 1, it says to get your biosphere model. So you should have your model and you should have your pencil. This model is blank, but your model has information on it. Step 2 says, does every living thing in your ecosystem have something to eat? So if you have a cow or a goat or you have some chickens, do those living things have something to eat? If they don't, you should draw it now. Okay, if you need more time, pause this video. So if you need more time to make sure that your model, all of the living things in your model have something to eat, you can press pause. If you want to change any of the 20 living things you chose, you may do so. Some of you didn't choose 20 things, and so you've got room to add. Over on the left, it says you can use the organisms from the Eat or Be Eaten game for inspiration. So like in the picture, it says parsley plant or salamander or raccoon. So this is just another opportunity of you making sure that all of the living things that are in your model have something to eat. If there's something that doesn't have something to eat, draw it, please. Step 4 says, add arrows or lines to show that all of the living things are part of a food chain. So I have chickens in my model, and so the chickens are eating, I have some grain for the chickens. So I'm going to draw an arrow from the grain to the chickens because the chickens get the energy from the grain. Now, I don't have anything in my biosphere that's going to eat the chickens. Well, the humans are going to eat the chickens, but I don't have any humans drawn in my model. So just me going from the grain to the chicken is fine. I have a cow in my model, so I'm going to draw, I have grass, so I'm going to draw an arrow from the grass to the cow to show that the cow is getting energy from the grass. Now, I don't have a light source drawn in my model, so all of my plants currently don't have a source of energy. So I'm going to draw a sun. If you wanted to do a light, like if you wanted to have, it's called artificial light, you could draw a light of some sort. So I'm going to draw a sun, and I'm going to draw an arrow from the sun to each of my plants to show that my plants get energy from the sun. So take time now to add arrows to show the connection of the living things that are in your food chain. If you need more time, press pause to make sure that you've added the arrows. Do you have plants in your food chains? You should. If you don't, I want you to draw them. The next question says, are plants really necessary for a healthy ecosystem? Fifth graders, the answer is yes. So if you do not have any plants, I'd like for you to draw them.